I mean, Cinderella can't be that bad, right? I mean, let's look at it. Score's got to be at least semi-positive for this. What is it? You guys are mean. Oh, this is cute. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Hello. And apparently I'm a woke liberal weirdo. Because, well, we'll find out. Hi, everyone. Again, Grant, the movie and TV guy. And we are talking about, because movies and TV is what we do here, we are talking about Cinderella. The new adaptation of Cinderella. This is streaming. It's not a remake of the Disney version. It's yet another retelling of the classic fairy tale. It's on Amazon Prime. I think it was originally going to be in theaters. It said Sony Pictures was going to put it out, but I think that they put it on Amazon instead. It's in some theaters, but I watched it on Prime. So, what's it about and who made it? Well, Cinderella is written and directed by Kay Cannon, and if you don't know who that is, she's mostly known for her writing. She wrote all the Pitch Perfect films, which I love pretty much all three of them. I mean, the third one was the weakest one, but even that had its moments. And then she made her director debut a few years ago with a really, really good comedy, sort of teen, R-rated teen comedy romp called Blockers, which was really funny and really kind of heartwarming and great. It was the one with John Cena. Basically, it was American Pie from the point with female leads as the teenagers, but it's from the point of view of the parents. It was really, really funny and really, really charming and raunchy, but full of heart and really cute. And what is this story? Well, it's a Tale as Old as Time, kind of, but a little different. Camila Cabello, making her film debut, formerly of Fifth Harmony, now like one of the biggest pop stars in the world, plays Ella, aka Cinderella, because her face is so covered in soot. She looks like she's been working on the cinders all day. And according to the narrator, omnipresent narrator, her stepsisters weren't very clever with the nicknames. And basically, she's under the rule of her stepsisters and her kind of wicked stepmother, although not, I don't think, quite wicked enough, played by Adele Dazeem. No, I'm just kidding. Idina Menzel, who is still good in the film. By chance, she wants to create a dressmaking company. But that sends her on a collision course with a young man named Prince Robert, who is the soon-to-be king of the kingdom, and he is played by an actor I'm not familiar with, who I enjoyed quite a bit in this film. Let's see what his name is. Nicholas Galitzine. I liked him a lot, and I also like Miss Cabello. She has an opportunity to go off and make her dresses, but she does, despite her more progressive beliefs, fall for the young prince, who may not be quite as tyrannical as his father, Pierce Brosnan, and may love Ella just for her. And there's a ball involved, as well as a fabulous godmother in this case, played by the always amazing Billy Porter, and three mice-turned-footmen, two of which are played by James Corden and James Acaster, who's a phenomenal English comic. His stand-up is on Netflix. It's really good. Go check it out. And I don't know the third guy, but he's quite funny in the film. And together, it leads to a ball and the search for a woman whose foot fits a glass slipper. But it doesn't really go as you think. And it's progressive and hip and very, 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 very feminist. And it's going to piss off a lot of chuds. Not me, though. So this movie's been taking a little bit of a pounding. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 44 last time I checked %. Again, I'm going to play contrarian here. I kind of dug Cinderella. Now, let me put it to you this way. This movie has what I call Finding You syndrome, which is, anyone remembers this summer I reviewed a film called Finding You, a film that was totally cliche. It was like a tweeny bopper romantic comedy, and I admitted that it wore down my defenses, and I came to really like it. Cinderella kind of did the same. It's a family film, but it's also a musical, and it's a jukebox musical, and they do these things where you'll pretty much know from the first couple minutes if it's on board for you. There's sort of a mashup of a couple of songs, one of which is Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson, but it's performed by like the guards of this kingdom. There's a town crier who does it all like in Hamilton-style raps. A couple original songs. One of, I think, the sort of pinnacle of this film, which I thought was actually kind of charmed me, was basically a royal fairy tale take off of the riff off from Pitch Perfect, where the female sort of potential brides of the prince are singing What a Man by Salt and Pepper, and then, is it Salt and Pepper in Vogue? I think it's Salt and Pepper. And then, the prince and his crew are singing Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes, and I can't lie, I kind of was grinning. Billy Porter's great. He comes into this film like a whirlwind. He's not in it a lot. He also is the narrator as well, but he's very good in the film, because Billy Porter is awesome. And also, but the biggest surprise to me is not only Mr. Geldson and, but also Camila Cabello. Watching this movie, I really do think, because this is a case of, anyone who watched my He's All That review knows I hated that film with a burning passion. This is a lot better. That was a film where Addison Rae tried to be a movie star by basically just, like, for a movie star, she's a good TikTok celebrity. Said something along those lines. Camila Cabello, though, this is her, she's a singer, and this is kind of her first jump to the film. But she has good comic timing, she's likable, she has pipes. I liked her in this movie. I could totally see her being a movie star. I also really liked the prince. I liked the prince's little sister. She was very funny. And she was kind of also like a girl boss in waiting. She wanted to be the queen. Minnie Driver as the queen of the castles were quite good. They have a really good running bit about Pierce Brosnan's terrible singing voice, which anyone who saw Mamma Mia knows is that. There's some good self-aware gags about the fact that they know it's a musical. The fact that it's the anachronisticness of the music. There's one part where the prince says something along the lines of, "Really, Father, you want me to meet a woman I don't even love and grow old until I'm like, 40? Okay, I laughed. And I even like James Corden. There, I said it. I don't think he's that bad of a performer. I don't quite know why even people I admire and respect think he's like an awful, like, blight on humanity. I like James Corden. This movie is, if you're going in cynically, you're not going to do this. And maybe it's just because I've seen The Face of Satan with freaking He's All That. I was charmed by Cinderella. It's not a perfect movie, and I do think there are problems. My biggest one being, Idina Menzel just was not believable as an evil stepmother because she was too underplayed. I felt like if you were going to do it, like Cate Blanchett in the last film adaptation that Disney did, that's what I'm talking about. But she's good in the movie, and I like Idina Menzel a lot. I actually really, my favorite role she's been in was really like Uncut Gems. She's not in that movie a lot, but like her one big speech to the Adam Sandler character is like one of the high points of the movie that's full of them. And she's great in this. This movie, of all the Cinderella tellings, reminded me of a movie that came out when I was a kid that might be kind of a deep cut. There's a movie called Ella Enchanted. It had Anne Hathaway, which I think I mentioned in another video, looks suspiciously like my Aunt Leslie. She looks a lot like Anne Hathaway, and I think I even told her. I actually saw that movie with her and my cousin, which I liked a lot. All the way down to, there's a scene in that movie where they're singing Queen Somebody to Love, and there's another kind of charming scene where the prince sings, and his guards sing Queen Somebody to Love. I liked it. It has also a little bit of Shrek in there, a little bit of the Princess Diaries, Princess Bride as well. And I just really dug this film. This is a charmer. And I really, especially young kids right now, especially little girls and also little boys, they can do a lot worse role model-wise than Camila Cabello's Cinderella. And I like the fact that her main motivation for even going to the ball is she wants to kind of pitch her company to someone instead of just getting a guy and living off of it. What a neat message, and what a nice, yeah, that's right, I'm a feminist and I'm progressive, come at me. But even then, like, if it was handled truly poorly, I would say as much. I didn't think it was handled poorly. I thought that it was laid on a little thick, but so what? I mean, it's better than not having it on there at all. And I really enjoyed this film. I didn't love it, wasn't perfect, and it was very campy, and you kind of have to know what you're getting into with it. But I had a lot of, and especially, like, in a summer that's also had, like, musicals on the level of In the Heights and Annette, those were better films, full stop. But I still really liked Cinderella, and liked it enough to give it a solid matinee. I'm going to give Cinderella 3.5 stars out of 5. That's right, haters. I'm doing it. And I really like Kate Cannon. I can't wait to see what she does next. And that's it. Let's close the book on a 3.5 out of 5 for Cinderella. Trailer Trash None, watched on Amazon Prime. Like I said, Wizard of Sharma, kind of, sort of. There was like, they did one of those things where they have like a scene attached to the name of the character, and then also Billy Porter says something. There's like audio of Billy Porter at the end, but I couldn't quite make out what it was at the very end of the credits. But couldn't quite make it out. But yeah. All right. So we will be back tomorrow, God willing, for AP Bio Season 4, and then other good stuff to come. And that'll be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Class dismissed. I live 3,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it a bell if you want to. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do. And if you want to find me elsewhere for reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on Letterboxd.com at Grant the Movie and TV Guy. And with that said, Zalikaboo, Zibidadoo, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, put it together, and what do you got? Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. And Cinderella's pretty good too. And that rhymed unintentionally. Thank you all. Have a good night. See you soon. Bye.